A Linux backdoor is up for sale on the dark web, with the price tag of $1,600 US. It's being sold by an actor with the alias Darkworm. They say it's written in the C programming language, and it has some anti-debugging techniques to evade detection and to steal usernames and passwords and enable persistent access to a computer. They called the utility Pamdora, presumably playing off the word Pandora, but referencing Pam, the pluggable authentication module on Linux, and sneaking in the suffix of the word for a backdoor. This listing is up for sale on the dark web forum called Rehub. Things like hacking tools, malware, data breaches, or access are always up for sale on cybercrime bulletin boards just like these. But Pamdora is a post-exploitation backdoor, meaning that once a hacker has access on a target Linux system, they can keep their hooks and claws on the box. The way this works is by focusing on that Linux-specific PAM stack, the pluggable authentication module, which is used for how just about all logins are processed on Linux. Think of SSH, the secure shell, or sudo to borrow the root user or administrator privileges, and natural logins and other PAM-aware services. You can see different modules that are used by PAM on your own Linux machine, inside the /lib/security folder, or others, like the /lib/x8664 linux-gnu/security folder. You can list out all the natural and native files that make up the system. These have a .so file extension for the file type that's called a shared object file. This Pamdora backdoor utility and others like it will either modify or completely replace some already existing but critical shared object files like pam_unix.so, or they will add in and load their own new malicious PAM module. And they can make these do really whatever they want. It can capture entered credentials or add a sort of skeleton key password that can be used to log in to any user account. For Pamdora, we can see they do create their own new and separate pam_linux.so file to try and blend in with pam_unix.so. They can then specify in the PAM configuration files to load this malicious module first, listing it within things like /etc/pam.d/sshd for remote SSH access, or etc. pam.d login for natural local access. These configuration files reference the .so shared object module files, and they handle the authentication flow. So, with a hacker bringing their own, it can do anything. And it's a bit stealthier than typical cron or systemd backdoors. Not only does Pamdora use a magic password, but according to the listing, it pairs that with a specific TCP port condition for even more controlled persistent access. The listing mentions some anti-debugging techniques, and it even includes anti-forensic capabilities that scrub the logs, like entry records and artifacts from the attacker's access. They manipulate files like last log, BTMP, UTMP, and WTMP. Also, they don't leave behind their cybercriminal fingerprints. This means defenders and incident response teams may have trouble investigating a compromised server, because the attacker can maintain access, erase traces from local login records, and potentially capture credentials from the very people logging in who are supposed to clean it up. Now, obviously, I have not purchased this off the dark web, so I'm just seeing this through the lens of the advertisement listing and the screenshots they provided. And this is kind of cool. This finding was actually from our good friends over at Flare and their blog post write-up. If you aren't familiar with Flare, they are a threat exposure management solution that tracks down your own risk and threat intelligence based off real threat actor activity on the dark web and the ClearNet. Their platform lets you create identifiers for your own organization and teams, even integrating with your Entra ID accounts, and you can set alerts and automatic remediation whenever any of your personnel has their information in a data breach or passwords or cookies in InfoStealer malware logs. In their analysis of the Backdoor Linux backdoor, they had some interesting insight. In fact, since they can trace all of the cybercrime chit-chat on these forums, marketplaces, Telegram channels, and so much more, they noticed this backdoor isn't selling. So much so that the seller practically cut the price almost in half, bringing it down to $900 US. It's worth mentioning that this PAM backdoor technique is pretty commonplace. There are a significant handful of hacker tools just like this that are already out on GitHub. Even one that I helped work on with the old PwnCat project from like almost 8 years ago. It's a lot more primitive. It only adds a magic skeleton key password to log into any account, but it goes to show this attack surface isn't really unexplored. Flare had done some research and found a good double digits of other open source projects that focus on a PAM backdoor. Some would specifically target the pam_unix.so file to tamper with it and add malicious behavior. Others would insert their own new malicious module to allow any password to authenticate to any user. And some would even seed like a rolling password based off the current date or current time, which is kind of clever. The Backdoor backdoor seller, Darkworm, opted to use the C programming language to build this thing. But looking beyond just Backdoor and this Linux backdoor across other tools just like this, you more often see a wrapper just written in pure bash, or the Linux shell system scripting language. Maybe some are in Python or Golang or any other language, but from a dark web perspective, we might wonder, is this Darkworm actor selling this on other forums? Have they shared more information elsewhere? If you key off of at least their username, you can see other Darkworm accounts on sites like Spy Hackers, NulledBB, AntiChat, Cracked, and others. But those suggest they're probably separate individuals that just happen to have the same username. That's still one puzzle piece though, and I think that's the most interesting tidbit here. Collecting puzzle pieces, data points, all the things that do add up to cyber threat intelligence. Because even still, just using an advertisement listing to go off of, it still points defenders in the right direction as to what is being targeted and how. Linux dominates enterprise infrastructure and cloud environments, and PAM is one of the most trusted layers of the operating system. So as a defender, you can do more behavioral detection, ensure that there is visibility for PAM and SSH and kernel level hooks and library injections, or have audits in telemetry to know when file-backed logs are purged. But the sneakiest thing is, Backdoor, even as just one example, is collecting credentials. Something that you could be oblivious to from a single point in time moment when those secrets are spilled that could open the door for more damage. Like using that potential password if it enables access to other systems. Think like lateral movement and a growing attack surface. You want to layer up your defense in depth to limit the blast radius if you're ever hit with a Linux backdoor like this Backdoor utility being sold on the dark web. But you and your team probably aren't hanging out in cybercrime dark web forums to know what threats are on the horizon. So I hope you're amping up your threat intelligence security posture, and hey, Flare could totally help out with that. They are the sponsor for today's video, so please do give them some love with the link below in the video description, and check your PAMs, everybody. Thanks so much for watching.